Welcome back, guys. So I wanted to do another video before the end of the year and I never had anything planned. So what I'm going to do is just show you this track that I made yesterday. It's about 80% finished, but it's already nearly done. So I think I could show it, and then what we'll do is just play the track, then go through all the processing so far, and then play the full track at the very end. So let's just play it from somewhere near the break.
All systems down. System overload. Life form detected.
Get your gun ready.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
Space train. Space train.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
Right, so let's start off with the kick. We'll go to a kick group and we'll solo it. So this is a layered kick. We've got a Production Music Live, I think it's a Weska pack. I think the two of them are Weska actually. Yep. We'll play the first one. Okay, you can already hear it's got a big rumble in it as well, so we've actually got two rumbles by the looks of it. I could actually maybe cut this one back a bit and just leave the bottom rumble in, but it sounds okay as it is. We'll go into the kick. There's just hardly any processing. We've got a bit of EQ taken out below 30 Hz, and we've got this annual kick punch rack, and it's from Audio React. It just gives the kick an extra punch, so here's with it. Just gives it that extra zap. Then let's go down to our layered second. I think this is just a transient kick. And same again, we've got the punch in that as well. What I've done is I've just took it from the actual size it was, which is a big bodied kick, and just took it right back till it's only the initial first transient hitting. Okay, let's just resize that again. I think yep, that's fine. And to our basses, I think I've used a bass loop from my Techno Asura sample pack. Just a standard loop. We've got an EQA and it's cutting where the kick's punching through at 43 Hz. And we've got a sidechain to the kick group. So all together, oh wait, hold on. We've actually got more in this group. So we've got this snare clap and it is delayed. It's also a sample from Production Music Live in their Deep Premium pack. We've got an overdrive on it. So let's take it without the overdrive. Overdrive brings it out a lot more. We've got a reverb, a delay, saturator, EQ8 taking out the lows and taking a bit of the highs and boosting the high again. And what you heard there was Endless Smile kicking in, because I've got Endless Smile at the very end just coming into the break, and a compressor sidechaining it to the sidechain channel. And lastly, we've got this tom groove. It's not much of a groove, it's just instant hits, and we're just taking out the bottom frequencies with an EQ8 and keeping them in the mids. We've got a delay slight, yeah, it's just slightly panning them off, and we've got a hybrid reverb at the very end. And that's that. Let's play this group all together. Right, moving on, let's go to our hats group. Now, I've actually, I've done some processing on the hats first. We've got this pair kit, which I'm not really sure about. Let's play it with the... Yeah, it's alright. So we'll keep that as it is, and it is a perk from Production Music Live with an EQ8 taking out the lows and a dotted 8th note delay, which I use quite a lot, but I take the dry wet back because it's quite intense and it misses out the actual first, it misses out the first hit. If you put it all the way to 100%, then you hear the delay after it. So what you want to do is take the delay, the dry wet back, so you can hear the first actual hit, and then it kind of dots away at the end. Next thing, we have our closed hats. Now in techno, I usually just use closed hats on the offbeat. Basically, just a closed hat is a shorter open hat, so the open hat has just got a longer decay on it. But I find that having your drums tighter gives it a more tighter mix. So I like to keep them all short and sweet. Let's play the first one. Actually, this is layered, so let's put it together. And I've got one panning to the left and one panning to the right. So in this group, we've actually stuck a redux on it. So if I take the redux off, it's dead light. Make it darker by putting the redux on, taking the rate back to 17, the bits back to 12, and put it in post effects. And if you want to do that, you also take a drum bus and go to transients to take it to -1 transients. And at the end, I've got a vocoder giving it that white noise effect. And in the groups, I've just got an EQ8. Yeah, I've just got an EQ8 cutting out the lows. Actually, I've seen this utility here is something I forgot to put in the main kick group. Should really make it all mono, even though it is. But so let's move on to the next sample. Yep, this is a hat loop. And we have a redux on it again with the drum bus, and we've got an auto pan shifting it slightly left to right, and a utility. And lastly, we've got this crusty kind of hat. It's from Production Music Live. It's from one of their course packs. It's cool sound. And what I've done to create a bit of groove is just double them up and put them off slightly at the bottom, so it's kind of going do-it, 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 do-it. And you can see the third one here is exaggerated a bit. So yeah, that just gives it that slight bit of movement. And all together sounds like this. Next thing what we've got is a ride, and let's just go into the channel, and you see I've cut out all these annoying frequencies. In rides it's quite difficult, they're always hissy, so what you need to do is grab an EQ and EQ as many bad frequencies out as you can. So here's, take all the processing off first, it's just compressors, and let's play it solo. Sorry. Right, here's with the EQ and here's without. Can you hear that hiss? Yeah, so the EQ really helps, but you've got to, there's always quite a few annoying frequencies in there, so you need to go in with each one and duck them out as much as you can. Then we've got a delay, just giving it movement left to right, compressor, which is sidechain to the sidechain channel, and also a compressor sidechaining it to the big donk, the synth, and the utility. And turn that off for now. Okay, let's move on to the claps. I actually need to add more claps in here. We've only got this. It's for coming up to new parts of the track. So let's just play it here. Yeah, it's just like a transition clap. It's handy, but we need actually more claps in this. So, and I've got no processing on that at all. Just got a bit of reverb on the actual channel. Now, I usually use this in most of my tracks. It's a noise preset from Serum, and what it does is it just, I'll show you. So it moves across 8 bars, starting from it like down filtering, and then it's rising up again. And you know when that's happening, something new should be coming into the track, like a new element. So it always gives me kind of direction on where to use and where to insert new samples, because I can hear it rising up, and then you know, right, that's the next part that I'm going to put something else into. So it's always good to have. And it is sidechain to a sidechain channel, and we've just slightly put the width up on a utility. And I think, yeah, it's just a straightforward patch here. No envelopes used, no oscillators, it's just a white noise. Okay, let's move on. These vocals, where did we start? I think we're going to start, we'll start from here.
All systems down. All systems down. System overload. Life form detected.
Get your gun ready.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
Space trip. Can I get some?
The thing is, it doesn't really make sense. The top part is like, can I get some? And then it says spaceships. But it sounds cool in the song. And what have we got on the spaceships vocal? We've got a de-esser, which is just ducks out all the kind of S's hissing. We have got a auto pan, moving it left to right utility, and a vintage drum echo reverb, and we're just playing about with the decay on that at the small parts where we've just got it cut in half like that. Okay, let's go to the second one. It's Can I Get It? I think it says Can I Get Some. I need to rename that. Let's just solo it.
Can I get some?
It's a kind of robotic, kind of Daft Punk sound. And I've actually heard this, it's from a Splice vocal sample pack, which I've heard a few vocals in there which Afterlife artists use as well. There's a very famous song out in Afterlife, and they've used one of the vocals in this pack. So it's a really cool pack, can't remember what it's called. And the last one is just this spaceship.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
I've only got a reverb on that. I'll need to add more processing. And vocals, we've just got a de-esser as well, and a drum bus, giving it a bit of boomness and utility. Next we have our pads, strings, sorry, here, and they sound like this. Okay, and it just kind of repeats itself, and it just does a wee change at the end. This is from Wavetable. We have a saw wave in the first oscillator, and we've got this FM based wavetable, and we've took it down 12 semitones. Let's go over to our frequency. The frequency's just been automated back and forth throughout the track. Let's go into our matrix, and we're using envelope 2, which is shaped like that, which is a pad kind of shape, because it's got a longer attack and a big release. And that has just been boosted up 12, not too much, and we've got an LFO playing with our wavetable here. And let's go over to, we've got a reverb, utility, EQ8, taking out all the horrible lows, reverb, auto filter, and a compressor. And then at the bottom we've just got this kind of lower pad, and it's just a sample. And we've just got an EQ8, reverb and compressor in there. Our synths, let's go to the first one. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one, it's quite annoying. I think it's just hitting too much with other elements in the track, but I can't fit it anywhere else because everything else has got space taken up. So that is a sample from one of my sample packs. You'll find them on productionax.com if you go and have a look. There's erosion, giving it some white noise, multiband compression, auto pan and delay. The second is the donk, which I always use in my tracks. And it's also a preset from my preset pack, Dark Motion, which is a drum code inspired preset pack. You can go and get that on my website as well. And they're all $7, by the way. I've put them all dead cheap so everybody can actually buy the lot of them and make good music. The next thing, we've got this bubble. It reminds me of a kind of Rebuke sound. And we've got the main lead here. And let's play them together. And lastly, our effects. I don't really need to go through all of them. It's just loads of risers, impacts. You get the point. Just giving tension and release all the way through the track. And a bit of noise at the bottom there. And I think that's it. So I'm going to finish off this track and give it a bit more attention towards the break. Just a few wee tweaks here and there, and then I'll get on to the mastering and that'll be it done. Also, I've got this mastering chain set up at the bottom just now, but it's just on Ableton Live stock. So what I would usually do is add ozone, but I've just prepared this just to give it some loudness, but I've got a utility on here as well, so just turn it off. You can see the erosion is playing a big effect in this master here, which I don't actually like. So I'll just turn it off and keep the utility on for the moment. And let's play through the whole track.
System overload. Life form detected.
Get your gun ready.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
Space train. Space train.
Right, that'll do us, guys. Thanks very much, and if you've not done so already, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. Head over to productionx.com and go and get yourself some cheap sample packs and preset packs. And I hope everybody has a good new year, and I'll see you guys in the new year with some new videos on music production and sound design. Thank you.